Hey, Virgo. So, what I'm getting, I know we have all these beautiful cards up top here and here, but what I'm feeling is like you have been the barrier to your own happiness. You've been in denial about something. The Four of Cups to me is very much a card of being like digging in your heels and seeing like the negative side of things. Like here's an offer and it's just like, no, it's not exactly what I want, or it's not, because we have the wish card here and it's like someone offers you a great deal on a car, like a great deal, but it's not the color you want. So you're like, no, I wanted the other one. And it's kind of like, well, the universe is trying to give you chances, and it's like, are you in some way self-sabotaging? So it's kind of like you have to make this decision with something, to, how do I want to say? It's almost like this Page of Cups, this is all like what you want in your brain. Like this is, or your what you wish for, right? You have the wish card, the happily ever after, happy communications and things like that. But down here, like in the more, but under the surface here is being impatient. If it's not your way or exactly the way you want, you don't see the opportunity or accept it, and you're in denial about something. So it's kind of like making a decision, sort of taking the blinders, because you have a blindfold in here and a blindfold in here, and it's taking the blindfold off and really seeing yourself and things clearly in the situation, and that it's all really under your control. Like I feel like you've been giving your power to other things, and this is like you are in control of your own happiness. You manifest whatever you want in the world, because we have the world, literally. You can manifest whatever you want in the world. It's almost like this taking responsibility, because that's what I always get with this card. At the bottom of the deck is this Nine of Wands, and it can be she or he, she's like, I pay my own bills, I have a job, I take care of all the mundane. I pay my bills. I can go get a mortgage or a loan by myself. I pay my bills. I cut the lawn. I arrange or change my own oil. I clean my house. Like she fully accepts responsibility for everything. And because of that, she has a tremendous amount of confidence, because she's like, I know I can do this. I don't need other people around me to bring me happiness or to fulfill me. And if I'm fulfilled by myself, then I welcome in, other people and situations, as long as they are adding and not subtracting from my good vibe. Because she's like set up everything really well. So like happiness is not something you wish for, it's something you manufacture. It's not external, it's internal. Okay, that was the message I want. Sorry, it took me a while to get there. And it's hard to know. It's hard to know, like, for me, this card is about another decision card, because it's like, yes, you have to plant the seed and let it grow and nurture it and let it grow and have patience, because certain things just take a certain amount of time. You can't rush a relationship. You can't rush things, certain things. It's just the way it is. It takes a certain amount of time to plant a tomato seed to getting able to to harvest tomatoes off the vine, right? But I mean, if it's been 2 months or even a month and that seed hasn't sprouted, then you have to acknowledge that it's not going to. It rotted. Something happened to it. It's not a viable situation. And sometimes it's obviously never that black and white. So it's like, have I waited long enough? Have I put enough hard work into it? Have I put too much and it's just not going, and it's futile now? It's not going to pan out. And it's super hard to judge that. But you could be in a denial about this, about either you're being impatient, or you haven't put the work in, or you've put too much in and it's just not going to pan out. So one caution I always have with these cards, it's funny, I've learned to, like, some of the more seemingly negative cards, like the Tower and stuff, I've really learned to embrace. And some of these, like, super happy cards, to me come with a real caution, because like the Ten of Cups is the happily ever after card. And if you get too hung up on society or other people's idea of happily ever after, instead of figuring out what your own idea of happily ever after is, you can feel like, and you're comparing yourself to external things, you can be like, well, I'm in my 40s and I'm still single. Maybe that could prompt you to be in a relationship that isn't right, because you felt, that's how I'm going to be happy. That's what society says to be happy. And there's something wrong with me if I'm not in a relationship. And again, this, here's a great opportunity, but it's a little different than how you imagined, and missing good opportunities because they don't look exactly the way creeping down the stairs. So it's kind of a weird message, I know, but I feel like the biggest thing is you sort of getting really grounded and practical and taking practical, tangible steps to make changes in your life so that these ideas up here are not just ideas, but you can make them a reality. And coming to some truths about yourself, like, I really do turn down good opportunities because of fear, or because if it's not exactly the way I want it, I don't see that there still could be an opportunity. I'm impatient, or I wait too long for things. So I just feel like that it's kind of like a new phase in your life where you're going to spend a lot more time working on yourself internally and really taking responsibility for everything in your life. And it's always this magical thing that happens when you're really busy working on yourself and finding the happiness within and making yourself responsible for your own happiness. You just start, I guess people would say it's having a higher frequency or vibration or law of attraction, whatever you believe in. But the thing is, you're just more attractive to people because you're got your shit together, kind of. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, that's really attractive that they don't blame other people for things, and they take responsibility for their own selves and their own happiness. So I feel like that's where you're going. You're like, I can make whatever life I want. It's all within my power. And I'm just going to set my mind to do it. Okay, I feel like that was kind of a weird reading for you guys, so I'll probably get some negative comments, but that's okay. Take care.